Hello, everyone. This is Jen with Jenny Demonic. How's it going? We have a lot to talk about today because there are new products on my site, because I am launching a new line of candles and soaps and creams and things that you can use for your spiritual needs, and they're going to be very affordable. In fact, we have a testing kit on our site right now, which is only, I believe, $39. So that's that. And also because I'm going to teach you how to do your Adam and Eve. It's been a while that people have asked me about that. I do have a video like this in my YouTube channel, but I wasn't able, the first time I did it, to go into detail. So this is going to be a pretty long video because this spell that I'm going to teach you, on top of all the other things that I have to tell you, this spell alone is complicated. So I would say it's more like an intermediate level. People do it all the time, folks. I've been doing this since I was 16 and it never failed me. So depending on how well you do it, you will have results. But with this spell, you need to follow the instructions exactly, like by the letter, as I tell you. They cannot. I've tried sometimes over the years. It's been many years. I've practiced this spell for many years on many different people. I helped my clients with this spell on many different targets. And if you miss something, it just doesn't work. And on that note, when I tell you use one candle at a time, folks, I really mean it. I'm not saying that because I want to be mean. I'm saying that because the spell is designed and requires that one candle at a time. So it is time consuming, but it's totally worth it. It creates a bond between you and your target that is pretty much unbreakable. Totally worth it, but very long. I mean, a lot of clients don't want to do such long spells, but I'm gonna give you the option. Again, we also do it. Diana does it. So if you don't want to do it yourself, we do have an Adam and Eve by Diana, which is, again, cast over a month. It's not the Adam and Eve candle. That's not a spell on its own. It's an Adam and Eve spell, which means 3 of this. So, you know, just if you want to try it on your own, I'm going to give you the option today, but you're going to be really strict with the instructions that I give you, and you're going to follow them to a T. And then if you feel like, oh no, Jen, this is really out of my league, I don't want to do something like this, it's too much, I really don't want to get myself into all these kind of troubles, and then you can come to us. We can always cast. It's obviously not going to be as cheap as you do it, but this one, you will realize why. For example, with this spell alone, you will realize why our spells can be expensive sometimes, because this is a real spell. And you will see when you go and buy your ingredients, you will see how much a real spell costs. And so you will be the judge of it. And it says, oh my God, Jenny Demonic is so expensive. True, there's 7 of us though that cast. But you will see only by buying these how expensive a real spell is. Because this is that I'm going to give you today is a real spell. Is one that you would do if you were me, for example. So I'm giving you a gift. So it's going to be a longer video than the shorter version that I gave you about the Adam and Eve. Now, there are a few things that I have to tell you. I'm doing a full moon cast for you guys, and it's pretty cheap. I think it's around 60 something. And that's going to be entirely homemade. So that means I'm going to make your own candle, make it from scratch, meaning I am making candles. I am going to make the candle, the figure of candle that represents you and your target. I'm going to dress the candles with very homemade oils. I'm going to surround your candles and invoke the spirits and my demonic entity and Astaroth and Asmodee that I like so much, and they are always with me to bring forth, to bring lovers together. Check out my full moon cast there. In order that you will get pictures and you will get a chant after I'm done with casting for you, but you will get pictures of everything that I do for you so that you know that it's me casting and not someone else, and that you know that the energy that I'm sending you is pure energy, but it's also very raw, very real, and very strong. So you need to be able to handle that. Everything that I'm going to tell you today has a very strong energy and somewhat irritating, anxious energy, but also a lot of sexual, passionate, and loving energy. We're getting into full moon. So bear with me. The first thing that I want to tell you is that I do offer an entirely homemade spell, as if they were making them in the 1600s or in the 1700s. That very traditional one with a lot of invoking of demonic spirits for you. And it's going to happen this Saturday. So if you want to order, you have until Saturday. What did you say it is? 3 p.m.? 3 p.m. So 3 p.m. Pacific time, because they process in Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to order that, I think it's only $60 or so. That's US dollars. And you will get an entirely homemade Bring Lovers Together energy for you and your loved one to reunite and realign with very, very powerful spirits, and to be together, to create that bond again. That's an excellent spell. And again, you're going to get the pictures. Another thing that I do, if you want to order a spell kit from me, because you know the thing is, I always tell you, go buy this product there, go buy the oil there. But a lot of clients says, oh, Jen, I bought those things, but they don't do anything for me. I tried that, but that thing that you told me to buy somewhere else did not work. And so I decided, you know what, I'm just going to make my own things for my clients. And so these things that you see are made entirely with products that are blessed, with my spirits. They have crystals in it. They have herbs that I macerate and do in the way that are supposed to be done. These are very, very powerful little spells. It's called a spell kit, and I think it's what, 39 something, 39.50. That's in US dollars for the US, meaning we're gonna ship in the US only at this price, because I don't know how it's gonna cost us to ship it to, I don't know, Timbuktu. But if you are in another country that it's not the US and you want to have something that is long lasting, it has an incredible smell, but also very powerful. I put the name of both you and your target in here. So this is a candle that is blessed with spirits and is exclusively for the purpose of what your intent is for you and your target, and you burn it in your own home. I'll send you instructions, and I'll also send you a soap that I made to clean yourself up. So check that one out, because it's only like $40 at most. It's also on Bonanza for $27.50, right? But it's only the candle, not the kit, right? And on Bonanza, there you have to pay the shipping fee that Bonanza requires. I don't even know what they are, seriously, but if you want this to be shipped to your country, you need to make contact with me, and I have to check what the shipping rate is for your country, and I'll be more than happy to sell that to you in the country where you live in. Another product that we have today on our site is the Listen to Me Lover. This is something that you guys gotta try. It's done by Aria. It's 3 weeks casting. It gives a report. But it's for, like, say you've been dating someone online, you've been meeting on Zoom, and this guy or this girl is not seeing you in person. Aside from the fact that that will be a red flag, okay? But if you feel like you want to give it a try and give it more like a listen to me type of demonic push to your target to see if that compels them to see you in person, you can do that, and it gives you a report that might say, you know, this person might not be the one that you think it is, or, oh yeah, no, this was successful. We have a very good degree of confidence that your target and yourself will actually meet in person. That's an example, but it can also be used, for example, if you are an ex-boyfriend, is a man, he hasn't paid child support in the last 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, a year. I've been waiting for the child support for my child, and this guy, we don't want to name names, it hasn't paid. What am I going to do? Of course, you're going to go to a lawyer, and I'm not one, but we can give it a little push to kind of like get into his mind and say, hey, it's time to pay here. So check Aria's product out. I'm sure that you guys will love it so much. Now, the kit comes with crystals. It comes with a lot of things, depending on the type of things that you order. There's, you know, this is actually made for one client with all the things that she has in there. Once you receive and you burn this, obviously you have to be very careful when burning this. This is not a regular candle. This is a demonic spiritual candle with a lot of things in it. So pay attention, burn it. I'll send you all the instructions. You cannot fail. You burn it a little bit at a time, and even if it takes 7 days, it doesn't matter. When you are done and there's nothing in it, and you know you're done with this, you put it in your closet for about a month, and then you dispose it. You release it, possibly in a recycle bin to make me happy. But you know, the energy has already stayed within you and within your home for an enormous amount of money. This is also, I make also this for cleansing. And I'm very proud of these because I've had clients who have said, I prefer your stuff rather than buying wherever. But I don't make these. So now that we're going to be talking about the Adam and Eve love spell, you're gonna have to buy and see effectively how much it's costing you to put together a real spell. So what does this spell do? This spell brings two people bonding. It makes you have sex with the target. It's great to create a bond, a relationship, a loving relationship. It is really the spell for love, sex, and passion. And you know, so far it is the best spell for love, sex, and passion. The problem is a lot of clients don't want to bother to burning a lot of candles. This is a 7 days candles. And the problem is this spell is so specific and expensive. I gotta tell you that a lot of clients don't want to go through the bothering. But if you are one of those who feel that you want to do, I've had clients that I said, do this. And they said, you know, I'm willing to do the work, and they're married to the person. So, you know, of course, I don't want to say that everyone is going to get married, because if it doesn't happen, you blame Jen in the morning. So the thing is, it will bring you a lot closer. It will bring a bond in a relationship that you've never experienced. That I know for sure. And it will bring a lot of, I gotta get my jacket off because I am really hot thinking about this and talking about this. It'll bring a lot of interesting, intimate moments. And it'll be with a bond, with passion, with love, with intimacy, with all the bonding that you could possibly have in a relationship. But in order to do this well, you gotta listen to me. So let's begin here. What do you need for this amazing spell? I'm gonna take my candle away from the vision here, along with the crystals that you will also receive in the kit. Now, here's what you need for this spell. You need these 4 ingredients here. And this I don't know, I don't make. I mean, I make this one, but not in this format. And it usually goes inside the candles that I showed you. So this is all stuff that you're gonna have to buy online, wherever, Amazon, and Lazaro brand, eBay, let's see, where else? Wisdom Products. Yes, Wisdom Products. Wisdomproducts.com. It's your first go-to place because they have the ones that look exactly like this. And you want the ones that look exactly like this, because if you go to Amazon and you punch in Adam and Eve candle or lover's candle, you'll get all sorts of candles that you will see they don't look like this ones. And unfortunately, because I am Jen, I want the candles to look exactly like the ones that you see right now. There is a reason. You buy another one, it will not work the same way. I'm sorry. So again, this is a very specific spell. So what you need for this spell is a fresh rose with petals in it, like the ones that you see here. Okay, you see this? So you buy them. I think you can buy them at Walmart for like $5. And they give you a bouquet. Okay, if you're in the US, that is. Then you need the Adam and Eve oil. You can also, if you don't want the Adam and Eve and you find the Come to Me oil, fine, but it has to look like this. Don't buy another different Come to Me oil. It has to be pink. It has to be from India products. So it has to be Adam and Eve or Come to Me oil from India. No one else. They know their SHIT, so to speak. Lazaro brand and that's Art of the Root. Art of the Root, they have a great Come to Me. They make it homemade and not to discount, because I know how long it takes and how much goes into homemade oils and homemade candles. But it's not for this spell, unfortunately. For this spell, you need this one. Did I say that you need this one? I mean it, folks. You need this one. I think it's this one alone is like $7, $8, depending on where you buy it. Now the painful note, you need 3 of these. 3. 1, 2, 3. And they have to look like this. What do I mean? They have to be pink. They have to have the prayer in the back in Spanish and English. They have to have the heart the same way you see here. Let me show it to you very closely. They have to say Adam and Eve and Adán y Eva, both in English and in Spanish. Spells are specific for folks. You know, you can't get around this. They have to have two hearts. They have to have the angel. This is the original Adam and Eve candle. And they have to have a space here that is squared. And the outside of the writings, all these writings have to be blue. Don't buy any other kind. And the inside has to be pink. And you need 3 like this. No, if you go to, I think Wisdom Product sells them at like $6 each. So I think it's like $18, $20 plus shipping. If you buy it on Amazon, you might pay more than that, because some people sell it for like $12, $13, $15, and they don't even look like this. So I'm assuming that really your first stop should be wisdomproducts.com. And I'll put the link down here so that you know exactly. Wisdomproducts.com is where you should go for this one. So and you need 3 of them. If you buy this on Amazon, you might spend more than $30 to get 3 candles of this kind. Plus, you know, $37, $39 for because you need to buy the oil. Then you need one of these. This is burned last. This is the last one that you burn. So you burn one of these each week. So you start with the first one. This one ends all the way down. This one needs to come all the way down, and it has to extinguish on its own. And I'll tell you how in a minute. After you burn 3 of these, then the 4th one will be a dichromatic. It's called a dichromatic candle, red and yellow. It could be either yellow here, red here. Doesn't matter that. But it has to be red and yellow with white writings. And if you see, it's Adam and Eve in English, Adán y Eva in Spanish. It has the heart of both. It has the angel, right? Everything on the outside. It has the prayer in Spanish and English. Everything on the outside needs to be exactly the same as the pink one, except the writing for the 4th one is going to be white, and for this one is going to be blue. There are reasons to why you don't want to mess this up. You don't want to buy other candles. You don't want to buy candles that look similar to these ones. And I could go over and over and over. This spell is very specific and needs to be done in a very specific way. Now, we are for the Adam and Eve spell. If you're doing the flames of passion, doesn't matter. Now, but we're not talking about the flames of passion today, which, by the way, is something that I do on my site. So now let's say that you have the 3 candles here that are pink, and you've gotten all your supplies. So at this point, for your supplies, you probably spent, depending on where you get, probably $50-$60, you know, depending on where you get your supplies. If you're lucky, 40, but probably more than that. So $50-$60 without counting the casting fee, obviously. So $50-$60 for 3 of these, 1 of these, and the Adam and Eve. I also recommend the Adam and Eve to buy 2 or 3 bottles. That will get you a little bit more expensive, because the Adam and Eve you're not only going to use for the candle, you're also going to use for bathing yourself. And that's something that I'm going to talk to you about right now. So now you have all your supplies here for your Adam and Eve spell, right? You have the roses, which you diligently bought at Walmart. You have the 3 bottles of Adam and Eve oil, which I recommend in lieu of the Adam and Eve oil. You can buy the Come To Me oil. They both have to be from India products. Do not buy any other one for this one, please. Now, the Adam and Eve is easily found on Amazon. You know, you can buy it, they'll ship it, and you'll have it within a matter of days. The time where you start this spell doesn't matter. Just know that you're going to be casting for 4 weeks. There you go. When you ask us, why is it that Jenny Demonic has some products with Diana and they cast for 3-4 weeks? Ta-da! It's because we do take the time. Now, I'm getting thirsty here. And I'm getting very excited to tell you all the beautiful things that you can do with this spell. Now, let's set this dichromatic candle aside, because, again, you're going to need it later. Now, let's say that you're going to break the first one of the 3. And it's evening time, your time, 5 p.m., 6 p.m. It's usually the best time to start casting this spell. Now you're going to have this candle and you're going to have this rose, 1 rose, okay? From the Walmart bouquet that you bought for $5, or maybe sometimes even more. So now you're going to have this space here with the white stick that's coming out, and you're going to have this space here. Now you're going to grab a nail or something very, very with a very pointy. I can use this crystal, just so you know, I use crystals even in the candles that I send you. So I can use pieces of this crystal. What you're gonna do is you're not gonna write here his name or her name with a pen marker. No, 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 don't do that. You're gonna write his name or her name and only the first name. No last name, no date of birth. This is very specific again. All you're gonna need is the first name of the person, and you're going to scratch the name here with something like a nail or a pin, or I can use the crystal. And sometimes I do use the crystal. So just put down, you know, if his name is John Doe, you're just gonna scratch the name John here. From the left, from the left to the right, as if you were writing a name, when you are actually engraving the name here. And you have to be able to read John. Let me put this crystal back to where it belongs. So you're going to engrave here the name John, right? Now, let's say that you have already the Adam and Eve. You're going to put 3 drops and no more than 3 drops in here. Okay, so I have the candle here. I hope you can see. I don't mean any sexual aspect of this. Okay, so you're just going to count them. You see it? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Whoops, maybe a 4th one went in there. So then you're going to agitate the candle a little bit. You don't need to put anything in here, just the oil that I gave you, and the name is already engraved. So first, make sure to engrave the name of your target, and then you put the 3 drops of oil, and then you agitate, thinking about how your target will come to you and love you. And again, visualize your target loving you, not vice versa. It's about them wanting you, not you wanting them again. So once you've done that, you are ready to go to your rose. And you're going to go like, say your name is Jane. J. A. N. E. This is common for very many spells that you see on my YouTube. When you use a rose petal, you detach from the rose however many petals is your first name, so Jane, 4 letters, and however many petals is your target's name, so John, right? J H O N. So that's John. Okay, what to do next with these petals? Now you're gonna take your supplies, so these petals, along with the Adam and Eve oil that you have. This is why I recommend you buy 3, and the candle. So with these 3 items, you're gonna go to your bathroom, and please do this only in a bathtub. Do not use a shower to do this. If you don't have a shower, folks, you're gonna have to rent a room where, you know, a motel room where a bathtub is there, because you need a bathtub only for the first night that you light each candle up. So on the first night that you light the candle up, you need to take a bath with the candle in a bathtub. So if you don't have a bathtub in your apartment, you need to go somewhere where there's a bathtub without anyone knowing that you're doing this. Now, let's say that most commonly people do have a bathtub in the home. So you're going to draw a bath with warm water and no soap, no crystals, no BS, no other stuff, no ducks swimming on the tub, nothing, just plain water. I feel like I have to be very clear because I love my clients, but then they come to me and they go like, Jen, I know you said one candle, but I burned two. Is that okay? No, it's not. Now you have to do it all over. So I'm getting excited here. So bathtub full of water, right? So then you drop your petals that are the sum of your name and your target's name in the bathtub of water, and half of this oil will go in your bathtub. You start putting the oil in there, and you're gonna go in your bathtub, and you're going to light this candle up. And as you light the candle up and you bathe yourself, pretend that these petals are your soap, and you're going to bathe yourself all over with these petals for at least 20 minutes. Bathe your head, your face, your body, your private parts, your legs and everything. And while you're doing this, you're going to read the English version of this candle, the chant, which is a very, very famous and very used for many spells, but this is specific for the Adam and Eve spell, which is may the power of the symbolic love of Adam and Eve make me strong, attractive, and desirable, so that I may enjoy your acts of love and kindness and make your joyful powers of love everlasting, my beloved John, Jake, whatever name, Allison, whatever name it is here, my beloved, and you say the name. I don't have to write the formula here, folks, because if you buy these candles online, the formula is right on the back. That's why you need to buy the right one, because some of the candles that come to you don't have this, and that's not going to be the right candle. The right candle is the one that has everything, including what you see here, the words. So you're just going to say this 9 times while in your bathtub, and you're bathing yourself, you're soaking yourself with the petals, representing the name of you and your target. And with the Adam and Eve oil, you're going to say this 9 times, and then you're just going to meditate and just play with the petals. When you are done, that you feel that you've got the energy, you're going to pick up all the petals and remove them from the water, put them close to your candle, come out of the water, empty up the bathtub. I'm just really going step by step here so I don't miss anything. Empty up the bathtub, and then you just put the candle a little bit away from where you are, so you can actually take a shower and clean yourself up with soap. And then don't worry, your energy will stay with you. Just because you take a shower after this doesn't mean that you're cleaning off that. You will see that that's not good, not the case, really. This attaches right away. So then you are bringing this to your room or your living room or wherever it is that you can burn this without being seen. It's important. This is something that you can burn without being seen. So you burn this and you burn it a little bit. The first night after the bath, this one should not be on for more than 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Then you get a plate or something, remove the air from the candle. and you're done. If you're in a hotel room because you don't have a bathtub at home, but only a shower, that's fine. You check out the morning after. I've had clients that have done that actually. And you go about your day with your candle in the bag. And when you come home, all you need to do, you don't have to redo the bathtub again with this candle. You're just going to light it up the second day and repeat the formula 9 times. So you light it up. Before you light it up, you put the 3 drops of oil. That's the second day. And then you let it burn for however much you want, okay? The second day you can let it burn probably, safely 7 or 8 hours, provided, you respect the safety rules of your county, city, or country where you are, and to burn safely so that nothing catches on fire. You don't want to burn your house on fire. So burn this one safely for hours the second day, and then turn it off in the morning or in the evening after 7 or 8 hours. Remember to take off the air, do not blow on the candle. The third day, you're going to place some more oil here, 3 drops again. By this time, you're gonna need a stick or something or long matches because this will go down, right? So at this time, you're going to say the formula 9 times again. And then after that, you're gonna let it burn for other hours. And then the following day, you're gonna do the same. But on the 4th day, it's okay to just let it burn. And what I'm interested in is that for the first night, when you light up the candle, the new candle that is, you're gonna take a bath with the petals and the oil, and you're gonna put the 3 drops of oil here. That is consecrating the candle to your will, to give you some of the terminology. Now, the second night, you're gonna light up the candle, put the oils first, put 3 drops of oil, light up the candle and let it burn for however much time you want. The third night, you're gonna put the oil here, 3 drops, light up the candle, say the formula always when you light up the candle again, 9 times, and you let it burn for however much time you want. And then on the from the 4th night on, you don't need to say the formula. You just let the candle burn until it's done. Now, what to do with the petal? What you're gonna do with this petal is you're gonna place them in a piece of white paper towel, wrap them in a piece of white paper towel, and put this in your underwear drawer. If you don't have an underwear drawer, now it's the time to have it. It's the drawer where you keep all your underwears, possibly even the sexy underwears, the ones that you wear only because it's a special occasion. And I'm not gonna say anything else about the special occasion. You get the hint. So that's where these go. Now, when this one is done, you're gonna place it in your closet, like all of my candles or everything that I'm telling you, in a dark place, and you're gonna leave it there. And you're gonna go and burn the second candle. Okay, so you're gonna let this one finish. Doesn't matter how it burns. If it burns badly, you can always send me an email. It means something is going a little bit against you, but just doesn't matter how it burns. Don't get anxious. Just let it burn how it burns, right? And then after that, when this is all over, I would say give it a day. And the next day or 2, you start the second one of this kind. And that's when you're gonna have to repeat the routine. So you're going to engrave the name of your target. See how much patience a spell requires? So you're going to engrave the name of the target. You're going to put 3 drops of oils. You're going to redraw the petals amounting to the name, to the number of letters of your first name and your target's first name, right? Then you're going to go to the bathtub, draw a bath with water only, drop the petals down, drop the Adam and Eve oil down, go inside the bathtub, light up the candle, say the formula, bake your 9 times, bake yourself with the petal. You get that? Only the first night, and then you let it burn for about 20 minutes, turn it off, take the air out, and the second night, same things as I told you, and you're gonna do the same thing with the third candle, this kind. So remember, every time that you light up the candle, it's when you take a bath as well in the bathtub, okay? So then we get to the fourth one. Why they say to me several times, because I've been doing this for quite a long time. So they said, why is this candle different than this one? Because what this is representing is friendship, love, and bonding, because you want to create or recreate a bond, an indestructible bond with your target. This is to make you have a lot of sex with your target. It stimulates love, sexual affair, sexual love. I never advise clients to burn this one above everything else. It simply does not work. You can try and let me know, but I don't recommend to just jump to the guns and burn this one and skip the steps. We've done this. I've done this. Many other people in my coven and other people that I know have done this with mixed results. Does it get you to bed? Yes. Like 2 years later? No, not worth it. Now, if you do the whole thing as I'm teaching you, 2 months, you should see results. I've had people who have had results right away, and I have had people who have had results in like 2 months, 2-3 months tops. If this doesn't give you results in 2-3 months, sometimes it happens in 6 months, but it's very rare. It really depends on where you are with a target, folks. If if he is just talking to you and he doesn't see you, for example, it might take 6 months, 7 months. But anyways, what do you do with this candle? You're gonna do the same thing that you did with this. You're going to engrave the name of your target. You're going to put 3 drops of Adam and Eve here. You're going to draw back with the petals. Same procedure, 20 minutes the first night, and you get the drill. The only difference is this is the dichromatic, and this should be the last candle of the 4 that you burn. Once all of the candles have burned, you should have a lot of petals in your drawer, right? Because every time you light up a candle, you have however many petals, right, that you need to put in your underwear drawers. This is why I usually keep them wrapped up in a paper towel, white paper towel in my drawer. I keep them there, folks. I keep them there. They smell like the Adam and Eve oil, which is a nice smell. I don't toss them unless I'm done with the target. Whatever goal you have with the target, if the year after you're done with the target, you dispose of these. So this spell is very effective. And then I would say, how long you keep them in your closet? Because I can see that question is coming. I would say probably like 6 months, 7 months. And then you toss them. When you toss them in the recycle bin, make sure you're not moving anywhere. If you are moving somewhere, you should bring these with you and toss them near you. The purpose is for the target to come to you. So this is the correct way of casting the Adam and Eve spell. So this is really a 4-week spell. It sometimes might be a 6-week spell because there could be complications with this. These candles in the format that I told you are very, very hard to find. Nowadays, the manufacturer of these candles almost doesn't make these candles anymore. That's why I suggest you to check with Wisdom Products. I'm not affiliated with Wisdom Products. but that's where I buy, because they are pretty much the only ones that have the Indio product stuff. And so on Amazon, sometimes you see the picture of this that looks like this, and they send you another candle. I'm sorry, that you're gonna get a bad review, because that's deceiving. If you go on Etsy, sometimes you ask the seller, does it look like the picture? If you recognize that that's the picture that you see, ask the seller, does it look like the picture that you have in display? And if the seller said, well, I have one, but it's a white one, no, thank you, because you want this to be exactly like the one that I told you. The dichromatic, it's pretty difficult to find. This is why my advice to you is to go to wisdomproducts.com, and in the search box, type Adam and Eve candle. And you should bring it up, and you should recognize, because they look like the ones that I'm showing you right now. So this is the entire spell. Very, very effective spell. Don't forget, I told you something. You can also order my little spells, and they're definitely more cost effective and time effective than a long spell. But I am a big fan of this one. It really moves mountains. So these do these, but it's my power that does that. Now, what have I told you today? We discussed what I'm gonna do for you for full moon. If you want to, I will cast an entirely from scratch customized spell with you, and I will send you lots of pictures about it. Too bad I can't make you smell the spell, because it's going to smell delicious and very, very good, and your target will definitely feel it. So number one. Number two, candle kit along with all the stuff that I give you. So it's also good for protection of the home, protection of the children. So check those out on Bonanza and on my site. On Bonanza, it's only the candle. On my site, it's the entire kit. Aria Lover, listen to me. Great product. If you want somebody to do something for you, it's cast for 3 weeks, gives you a report. Another thing I forgot to tell you, I always advise people to come on Zoom with me before, so that you kind of know what your situation is like instead of buying blindly. You're always welcome to order the Zoom chat with me. If you're wanting to learn how to do spells, I do offer spell coaching. It's also on my site. The best way to do that is to tell me, Jen, I am interested in one of the obsession spells I saw in your video, and I would love to be able to learn that. And I'll tell you, buy these ingredients, get ready, make an appointment with Erin for me to see you on Zoom in about 2 weeks, because sometimes it takes that long depending on where you are located, and then we see each other on Zoom, and I guide you and I teach you, and I teach you on the abilities of making this spell real for you, because it isn't just burning a candle. What's the purpose of burning a candle? What is the purpose of putting things in there if you don't have the power, if you don't have a way to develop your own power? Now these are these are powered by me, but they're gonna come into your own home. But if you want to do your own, you have to learn how to use your hands. You have to learn how to create your own power. And for some people, it's going to be harder than others. And that's, we'll leave it as that. I gave you a lot of information today. Did you have a good Father's Day? I am curious about it. Now, I also can post this in a community chat where you guys can interact, because I'm not going to put the comments down here. But I will try to put all the things that you need down below, so that, I will not put the formula, because the formula is already here. So all that you need there is a few links, and you should be fine. And if you have any questions, you know how to reach me. Oh, on that regard, when you are emailing me, I know that, you know, I advertise for demonic products. That doesn't mean that you have to be disrespectful, use the F word. I want to know more on how to F that person or the other person. That doesn't mean you're still talking to somebody that you don't know. So use a respectful language, because I don't even respond to people that, you know, talk that way, just so you know. So use a respectful language and you'll have a respectful answer. And with that, I'm really, really done. I am so curious to see how this is going to work out for you. And if you decide to do it, let me know. Thank you so much. And I will see you soon. Stay cool because it's going to be very hot outside. Bye.